My dear students, in this class I am going to discuss the basics of measurements of lipid parameters. This class is mainly targeted to the paramedical students, but everybody should also know these basics because you have to conduct several lipid parameters tests. Commonly, it is known as lipid profile. This is a totally unscientific and misnomer. Profile is actually a term generated by the commercial people. So I prefer this as a test for lipid parameters. So we recapitulate first what are the tests we are requiring for assessment of a particular person's of its lipid metabolism, mainly whether there is any risk of atherosclerosis or not associated with some disease, as I have already mentioned, diabetes, hypertension, hypothyroidism. So what are the tests we require to conduct? Mainly as a routinely we require to conduct total cholesterol, triglyceride levels, LDL, VLDL and HDL levels. And then we should calculate the ratios of LDL, HDL ratios as well as total cholesterol, HDL ratios. These are the basic parameters we conduct in our laboratories. The other tests like measurement of apolipoproteins or some other sophisticated tests, we don't do it right now, but maybe later on we require to do. The most important thing to understand is how you going to conduct a lipid parameter tests in a patient. So what are the advice you will give to the patient when you come for that tests as advised by the doctor or clinician? What is very important that for a lipid parameter test you should tell the patients to have a normal diet for last 3 days, even the day before the test. The normal diet, that means the balanced diet, whatever you are taking, not excess of anything. So whatever you are taking every day, normally that he should take, not excess, not any excess of lipid or protein or something like some parties or some occasions we take it. Don't do that. Secondly, you advise the patient come after 12 hours of fasting. Very important. This is very important. After 12 hours of fasting, that means patient should take his dinner usually, and after that he should not take any food by 12 hours, and they come for the or draw the blood. Before they should not take any food, but they are allowed to take the usual medicines excepting hypoglycemic drugs and plenty of water as per his or her thirst. So important, water is allowed, not food, and drugs are allowed excepting some hypoglycemic agents. So this is very important to know. Why 12 hours? In case of blood glucose, we usually advise 8 to 10 hours fasting blood glucose. But in case of lipid, we definitely he should or she should be kept in 12 hours fasting, because otherwise the chylomicrons of the diet will come and interfere. We are here measuring the blood lipid parameters. We don't interfere with the dietary lipids. So we will not be able to understand the exact lipid status. So dietary cholesterol has to be ruled out, and that is usually taken 12 hours to completely clear out of our blood. And that's why 12-hour fasting is needed. After that, you have to draw the blood as per methods, maintaining aseptic conditions, and measure the following parameters. I'll just outline the measurements as you have to know it in the practical classes much more. And so what are the measurements we do? We do measure the total cholesterol. Total cholesterol means the cholesterol content present in the HDL, LDL and VLDL altogether. Triglycerides also present in the HDL, LDL and VLDL. So that you should not confuse. So total cholesterol as a cholesterol itself is measured. There is principle for all the tests and there is some protocol. I'm not going to discuss here in details because everybody of you have done some practicals and they will be doing some practicals, so you should be better acquainted in the practical classes. So it is just theoretical discussions. I'm not going to detail, but mainly it is done by procedure by using cholesterol esterase and cholesterol oxidase enzyme, and this way it will give a chromogen which is measured in a particular wavelength, the colorimeter or spectrophotometer, and always measured as by using a standard of cholesterol. So and you have to evaluate and give this interpretation. That is more important. It will be learned more clearly in the practical classes. What else we measure? We also measure triglyceride. We just go through the protocol I have given here and see how it is measured. But triglyceride also measured in a similar way. You have to have certain other chemicals which is used to make a chromogen, and that chromogen has to be matched using a standard. Now about the LDL and HDL, these are a little bit there is different methods. Previously HDL was measured indirectly by using a formula, the Farwell's equation. The LDL cholesterol is equal to total cholesterol minus HDL cholesterol plus Tg by 5. And this is commonly done when there is HDL is measured only. But when we have other way of measuring cholesterol, HDL cholesterol directly, we need not use this formula. Now this formula is very good up to a certain level of triglyceride. Triglyceride level up to 400 can give this way of measurement correctly. But when in some patient triglyceride level is very high, then this way you cannot measure the LDL. So you have to go for the direct LDL measurement by using a method that will be dealt in the practical classes we usually do in our laboratories. And in case of HDL also, there is direct and as well as in indirect method. This indirect method is very important to know because sometimes direct method are very costly. Indirect method as well as give the similar results but very less cost. So this is very important in our country where there is developing countries where poor people are more, so cost of the diagnosis should be less, and this can be also a method of your validation. So you must always know the measurement of HDL by precipitation method that you will also will be dealing in the practical classes later on. So please go through this and try to make out how you have done. You have done certain practicals already, but other practicals maybe you will be doing in your future classes or in the internship whenever it is possible. Thank you very much for sound listening.